Guys, I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but because I can't remember because I'm senile. But anyway, quit laughing. It's not funny. Um, I, at one point, I'm glad I didn't do it. Thank God, thank God, thank God, and never did it. But I was curious about being a crime scene cleaner, and I have no idea why. No idea what would possess me to want to do that, especially since I had watched videos where people did that for a living, and that that's not what you want. It just, I mean, now the people who do it, I have mucho respect for them. I have a ton of respect for them because I don't know what I was thinking that I want to do something like that. Oh, hell no, hell no. So you're talking about cleaning up after someone has eliminated themselves, or it's been an unoccupied death, which means the person could be dead for a day, they could be dead for a couple of months, a couple of weeks. Usually not, if it's a house, they could be gone a lot longer because nobody can smell it or whatever. But and for someone who, it was a homicide situation, or even when someone eliminated themselves. Oh, I can't quit yawning. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Blood gets everywhere, right? So you're talking inside appliances and behind baseboards and on the ceiling and inside things. It's just, oh my God. There's one lady, I'm going to see if I can find her video. If for some reason it's not listed I don't put it in the description, then I'm going to try to find it. But just put in information regarding, like, I'm a crime scene cleaner or something like that, and you'll see they'll tell you exactly what it's like. But once I found out the specific details, even more details, I'm like, what would possess me to want to do that? Am I crazy or what? Now, like I said, there's certain jobs that people do that can be horrific, and my hat goes off to you. My hat goes off to you because you can stomach that, you can handle that. Yes, it bothers you, but you're a professional and you're going to do what you got to do. And other people could not handle that for 5 minutes. And I'm one of those people that could not do that job for 5 minutes. Whoa. And you're talking hoarders, and you're talking, fly larvae. Y'all know what I'm saying. It can be super gross. Super gross. There are, I guess, they're respirators that you wear, and they have powerful antimicrobial and antibacterial chemicals, and it'll pretty much kill everything. But oh my God, that's I don't know what I don't know why I was even curious about that. Well, I'm going to be curious, but you don't want you don't want to do that as a career. I mean, the one lady, I don't know if I could find her video, and there's going to be raw talk. Raw talk. If you got a queasy stomach, then you probably want to click off this podcast right now. Click off. Baby, we'll see you next time. Okay, homie? We'll see you next time. It's all good. But it's going to get raw. She said that, and she does this for a living, so you would think that you're not going to be immune to everything, okay? So she went in there, and the person had mental illness, so there was human waste all the way up to the toilet, the top of the toilet. And I don't remember if it's this scene or another scene where there was also waste, human waste, all over the entire wall. The one where the waste was all the way up to the top of the toilet, she ran outside and puked, which I don't blame her. Like, oh my God. And who only knows how long it's been there. And oh my God. And then I think to myself, if a person is that off, why are they not in a facility of some sort, or a mental hospital, psychiatric hospital? Why? I mean, what does it take to get in there? What do you have to do to be inpatient? I don't get it. I mean, it seems like, and maybe some states are better about this than others, I don't know, but some states seem like they just really don't want you to be in a mental hospital. They just don't. We just gonna use that as a last resort. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. I just don't understand what the reluctance to get someone there, because everybody who's in prison doesn't really belong in prison. Some people are so off that they should be in a psych hospital the rest of their life. But yet we have a tendency to not go that route and just chuck them in prison. Some people should be in a psych hospital. Excuse me. Like the one guy. And there's a black British guy. I think he's British, and he has a nice accent. Very nice guy. Very graceful. Very graceful. My gosh. He does interviews with the worst people ever, you know, who've done the worst crimes ever. And he never judges them, ever. In the interview, he's so graceful with how he words things. And I just admire his style. He's so classy. And he was talking to this one guy who committed murder. And he said, so do you have any, I think he asked him, do you have any remorse for what you've done? He's like, no. No, and it's a good thing I'm locked up, because if I wasn't, and this is his exact words coming out of his mouth, if I wasn't locked up, I would do it again. I like doing it. Meaning he likes taking people's lives. He's the kind of person that should probably be in a psych ward. You know, we have a tendency to throw, it's like a one size fits all. We just take everybody and throw them in prison. But anyway, and I don't understand that. Some states are probably more likely to put you in a psych facility. But it seems to me that it's a one size fits all. Just toss them in prison because they're off anyway. Well, if they're off, should they be in a facility for people who are off? Although, don't get me wrong, people that are in prison have done awful things, and they're off too. But if someone has been officially diagnosed with a psychiatric condition, then they should probably be in a mental hospital, a psych ward. I don't know. We just seem reluctant to do that. But anyway, my hat goes off to her. I'm going to see if I can find it. She is a chef's kiss, thebomb.com. And, you know, they serve a very good service for the family. They provide a very good service for the family, because the family can, if they live there, if anybody lives there, or the partner lives there, spouse, whatever, they can be gone for a while and then hire these people to go in and clean. And honey, when they do their job, they make that house or apartment, whatever, so spotless that you would never in a million years know that anything terrible happened there. You would never know that. You just would not know that because that's how good they are. You know, one crime scene cleaner said, because I watched a couple of these because I'm weird. Anyway, uh, they said, she said, when you spray the chemicals, give them a few minutes to do their job. She says, I know some cleaners that'll spray and then they'll clean up right away. Let the chemicals do what they need to do first. In other words, kill all the bacteria and viruses and everything else. Another very dangerous scene for them health-wise is cleaning up a place that was they manufactured drugs there, like methamphetamine. That's very dangerous because obviously they have respirators. You don't want to breathe that, have any of it get in contact with your skin. Well, that's it's just a super dangerous situation. All the scenes are dangerous because God only knows what's in there. Microscopic organisms. Ew. So anybody who does a job that's really, really tough to do and your average person cannot do it, but you do it, my hat goes off to you. I'm impressed with you because wow. And it takes a special person to be able to do that. It really, really does. I know of a guy who was having a hard time with his life and he made a tape, like he recorded himself talking about what he was going through in his life at the time, and he was laughing and joking and making corrections when he was recording his voice, and then he proceeded to eliminate himself inside his car in the car wash. And he explained on the recording before he did it, and it'll be easier to clean because it'll be in the car wash. And he was laughing and joking. And the reason why people who have decided to eliminate themselves are laughing and joking and really at ease when they record something or when they're talking to people, a lot of times they either seem to be in a good mood or they just seem like they're making an effort to try to come off as normal. They feel relief because whatever they're going through in their life, they feel like there's no way out. And so they feel a sense of relief because they're about to end it all. So they feel that is the finish line and I don't have to worry anymore because this all is going to go away. So I'm good now. And it's just really odd. One of my friends told me about that situation with the guy because she worked for OSI, which in the Air Force is Office of Special Investigations. Wow. Craziness. Total craziness. Wow. It's just wild. But yeah, it makes you think of people who work in sewers or people who work in, that type of work. It's just pretty impressive that people do the type of work that other people would shake their head right away and go, oh hell no. No. No, hell no. Glad you do it and we're grateful for you, but no. I wondered what it would be like to, I don't know. I think it would be interesting working in a funeral home. I had talked to a guy who, I talked to him on a dating site. It was so funny because I said, well, we got to talking about what do you do for a living and that kind of thing. He says, well, I work for a funeral home. And I said, well, that's cool. And he he was totally shocked because that's not the response he normally gets. But I'm an oddball anyway. So I'm going to think that's cool. That's really cool. You know, the thing of it is this, right? People who are deceased are not going to hurt you. It's the people that are alive you got to worry about. Okay? Deceased people can't do nothing bad to you. You know what I'm saying? They can't hurt you. They're no longer in their body. Their body's a shell. They can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? It is cool because you don't meet people. Well, for me, I mean, I don't know how we could be grossed out by certain things when you need those people. We need sanitation workers. We need funeral homes. People think, oh, God, that's morbid. Shut up. Shut up. You're a hypocrite. You're such a hypocrite. Because if someone in your family dies, who are you going to contact? The funeral home. The same place that you said is morbid. Stop being a hypocrite. It's all terrible until you need them. Stop it. Oh, that's gross. That's morbid. No, it isn't. It's a fact of life. We don't put you in a human-sized shoebox when you die and drop kick you off into a ditch. There's certain procedures. And contacting the funeral home is one of the procedures. There's nothing morbid about it. It's a fact of life. We're not going to just drop people in the middle of the street or throw them in the woods. That would be bad. But it's not gross and morbid if it's part of life. And death is a part of life. We need to stop acting so weird about it and creepy about it. Gross. Really? Really? Like I said, the people that are gone are not the ones you have to worry about. But anyway, I got to tell you what happened the other day. I was bad. I was mean and I shouldn't have been. I corrected myself. But I had just finished dealing with, the Attorney General's office and the people with Emma and Mia, which is a lie. It's all a lie. I contacted Google. Google doesn't give a shit. They're going to keep advertising it because they don't give a shit. And, okay, fine, screw you too. I'm going to tell people about it, and word of mouth is going to spread, and people are going to find out they're a snake and all that. So they're shady. And they have a fake address, they have a fake phone number, and all this other. So, I was not in the best of moods. Okay, so I had placed an order on Etsy, and I forgot about the order. And the lady who I purchased from contacted me. And she didn't tell me which company she was with at first. So I was like, I don't want to say mean, but I was very direct with her. I said, who are you? I was mean. And then I went back. She was probably like, what the hell? So I went back before she responded to me because she was probably shocked that I responded to her like that. I went back like, okay, who is this? And I realized I placed an order with her. And I said, Lyra, I'm very sorry. This is the information that you need. I just dealt with a company that's a scam artist, and my wall is up high. So I apologize. You know what I mean? So I had to basically eat crow. But yeah, you got to identify yourself because I'm already thinking my wall's already up because I'm dealing with people who are liars and crooks. And they did. Emma and Mia, we're retired and we're going to sell our pieces. Lies, 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 and more lies. Okay? What they show you on their fake site, and those are stolen pictures of other jewelry designers' pieces, okay? But they pretend that that's what you're going to get. Excuse me. Excuse me. And excuse me. Good grief, Charlie Brown. They act like those are what you're going to get, but those are stolen pieces and stolen pictures. And what you get is the equivalent, I'm not kidding, what you get is the equivalent of dollar store, if not worse. And I got my bank involved, and I got the Attorney General's office involved. And I had a blonde moment or something because when I contacted the Attorney General's office, AG's office, they were like, you didn't provide us any additional information. So they didn't say, how can we pursue this case, but we need more information in order to investigate. So I was like, okay, my bad. This is the name of the company. This is their phone number, which is fake. This is their address, which is fake. It's a blurry image on Google Earth. They're supposedly in Sedona, Arizona. They're not located there. It's all, all of it is fake. And here is their customer service. Now, the customer service information is correct because, they have to look a little bit legit. So they do have you have a way to contact them, which of course AG has contacted them and my bank has contacted them. And the more information you give to your bank, if God forbid this should happen to you, the better your dispute will be, because it gives more legitimacy to your complaint. So make sure you provide them as much information as you can. The person that you talk to, if you had to talk to customer service, give them the email address, the address, even though the physical address was a lie and the phone number is a lie. But they have ways to dig deeper and find out what's really going on. And there's one lady, if you go to, I think I seen it on Reddit, where people said, oh, these people are scammed, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh God, are you serious right now? Oh boy. And the one lady said, I asked them for a tracking number and it came from China. I'm like, yeah, there you go. So people think they're so slick and they're not. We're going to find out that you ain't shit. And hopefully we'll find out before we make a purchase. And I've seen on Google or on the news or just wherever, I've seen advertisements for this on sale and that and this. And I'm not biting none of those no more. No, forget it. Because at least if you purchase from Amazon, for example, if you have an issue, you contact Amazon. Amazon will get smack dab in the middle of it. They don't play. Now, some people don't understand how Amazon works, so I'll explain it to you. They'll say Amazon sucks and Amazon this and Amazon that. First of all, Amazon is only an umbrella. They are the company, but they are not the sellers all the time unless it's on Amazon. Let's see, what is it? I forget what their products that are directly from Amazon. But you may have a complaint with the seller. It's not Amazon that you're having a problem with. It's the sellers. All these thousands and thousands, endless thousands of sellers are on Amazon. They are not Amazon. They are just operating under the Amazon umbrella, but they are separate sellers. So if you have a beef with the seller, you contact Amazon and Amazon will get involved. I have to give them props. They don't play. They're not going to have people get, scammed. I'll give you a prime example. When this whole C word was running around, everybody was sick and had to stay home, quarantine, the whole bit, right? I thought you couldn't find toilet papers in the store because everybody went stupid and selfish. They got to have 5 cases of toilet paper. Are you serious right now? Really? And the stores are at fault for that too, because some stores got smart and they started to, you could only bring X amount home, like 2 cases or 1 per family or whatever the case. Some stores got smart, but a lot of stores were so eager for the money they didn't care. You should not allow people to go overboard and buy everything on the shelf so that the rest of us can't have anything. So anyway, long story short, I went to Amazon and I was going to buy toilet paper from Amazon. Well, they were also a scam, and I found out and got my money back before they sent it. Because what happened was the individuals that you are purchasing from will send you doll-sized toilet paper rolls literally for a doll, not for human use, little miniatures. And I found that out after I placed an order. Okay, after I placed the freaking order, and then I was like, oh hell no, and I contacted Amazon right away, and thankfully we canceled the order and everything was good. And I'm sure that they broke their foot off and they're behind because they're like, you know what, we don't play that. So no. And when I talked to one of the ladies from my bank, she told me that somebody had purchased not sure where they purchased it from. Might have been Amazon. There are some people that try to be slick and they find out that Amazon's not having that. But the person had purchased a vacuum cleaner. And what they received was a toy vacuum cleaner that a child would use. You know, some people are going to roll over and play dead and just act like, well, I got had. It happens. I'm a tiger. A very aggressive, persistent tiger. When I come for you, I come hard and I come strong because I don't play that. I got $2 and you trying to take that plus more. And you're giving me garbage as a product. No, you picked the wrong one this time. Okay, Tootsie? You picked the wrong one this time because I'm not going to roll over and play dead. I'm going to become your worst nightmare. I don't scam other people and I don't want them scamming me. It's not really, it's not that hard to comprehend. Be a good person and we good. But if you're not, you're going to get it. Anyway, you guys have a good day and make sure that if there's a job that you really think you want to do, baby, do some research on it, read up on it, watch videos on it, and make sure you know all that it entails before you dive in. And don't get me wrong, you could dive in and still realize that, oh God, I thought I could handle this, but I can't. And there's nothing wrong with that. It happens every day to people. You thought you could, and it just wasn't for you, and that's okay. But research the hell out of it before you dive in so that you have mostly an idea of what you're signing up for. You won't know till you actually start doing it, but make sure you know what it entails in detail before you dive in. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.